I'm not at all impressed with the typing experience on Apple's keyboard folio case. As neat as it is for convenience and as nice as it looks, quite frankly, I was considering it for those reasons, but I do feel very slow when typing on it. So I knew that I needed to find something better, something solid, stylish with USB-C pass-through, considering that if it is a third-party product, it's probably not going to work that well with iPad's pin system around the back. But most importantly, one that matches the aesthetic of the iPad Pro without making it too thick. I found my solution, and that is going to be the Brydge Pro keyboard. Let's dive in. The unboxing was a fun one because of the magnets, but also nicely packaged overall, and that is something that I'm always going to appreciate. Presentation is key. Just cut through the plastic seal and then lift up the very nice magnetic lid. Inside you will find the keyboard itself, which I'm going to pick it up, admire it, then toss it aside to check out some instructions and the magnetic back panel or casing for the back. There's also an included USB-C cable. Again, it's just going to be a very fun experience to unbox this. And the exterior will be consisting of aluminum for the entirety of the build. There's going to be a USB-C port for charging and some inserts for securing the iPad Pro in it. It's definitely a little bit heavy, but I don't mind it too much. As for the magnetic case, this one seems to be made of leather for two parts of the surfaces, as in the front and the back, and it is going to attach magnetically to your iPad. Admittedly, this magnet is pretty weak, even if when both are combined, they make for a really sleek setup for the iPad. Either way, so I really do appreciate the look. Overall, you guys already know that this is something I very much appreciate. It's not perfect though. However, one thing that does still make it very great is the fact that this keyboard is going to connect through Bluetooth and not really Apple Smart Keyboard. So it means it can work completely independently if it's detached. So it does have a built-in battery to watch out for too. However, that isn't really going to be much of a problem at all, and I'll explain why a little bit later. But another great thing that this keyboard will go to sleep on its own and wake back up, allowing you to save some battery along the way, which is very nice. So once you try to wake it back up by the press of just one button, it'll instantly pair up again, and the whole experience is pretty seamless. This is just going to be a very solid connection overall. And now let's get into the overall typing experience. I have the 11-inch iPad Pro, so naturally the keys felt a little bit cramped, but I made do. The keys have a nice amount of travel, and they feel nice to the touch. I gotten used to the size of the keyboard, so I can type very quickly, and I'm pretty accurate on it too when it comes to typing. The only thing missing here is really a trackpad, but I'll save myself an extra $100 since iPad's mouse support kind of sucks. However, if that does get fixed in the future, and I know that Brydge is actually releasing a version with the trackpad, then that is going to be a total game changer. But overall, typing experience is pretty amazing on this keyboard in my opinion. And going back to the whole topic of the battery, not being much of an issue here is, well, because this keyboard is actually set to last you a full 12 months on one full charge. And it is going to vary on your usage, of course, and how bright you like to keep the backlight, but this is something I won't have to worry about for a very long time. Letting it charging doesn't really take all that long either, so that's something I very much appreciate. It's super convenient. But there are some complaints that I still would like to address. For instance, this keyboard is almost perfect though. One problem with it is just the way it attaches. I just wish there was a sturdier way to do it, and if you have a glass screen protector like I do, this already will be a much tighter fit than you're meant to have, which could mess up the adhesive on the rubber grommets on the keyboard itself. The magnetic cover is also pretty weak. The magnet itself, I mean it slides out of shape pretty easily, which I again do not like, and the hinge itself is strong on this keyboard cover itself, but not that strong really, and sometimes it succumbs to the weight of the iPad, especially if you have it at a low enough angle. So I would also like a stronger hinge moving forward. But yeah, I think this keyboard is really awesome. Even if it's not quite perfect, still, this is my favorite solution so far, and it does suit its aesthetic the best in my opinion. I'm still very productive on it, and the typing experience is one of the best on any tablet keyboard, falling behind the Surface keyboards, of course. With that said, I don't think that $100 is too bad for an asking price when it comes to this product, as it is honestly pretty good. I got it for $100, but it used to sell for more, and I'm pretty sure that it is still on sale for around $100, so I would strongly recommend getting it at that price tag. $150 might be a little much, but either way, it is a really solid product. That said, highly recommended. And if you are interested in purchasing this keyboard cover, then I will be making sure to leave links to Amazon in the description. These links are going to be affiliated, which means that if you were to use any of them to make a purchase, then I would get a small commission. That does help me run things just a little bit more smoothly around here. So if you were to use those, I would very much appreciate it. And also, if you like me enough, do make sure to follow me on Twitch, where I like to do my weekend streams on Fridays and Saturdays. And also, do make sure to follow me on Twitter and on Instagram. With that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.